Thanks for staying with us this hour. I'm Doug Reardon.
And I'm Annie Satowski. The president doubling down on claims this week that mail-in ballots will lead to election fraud.
And with the August primary just days away now, he's suggesting America postpone presidential voting. In the days leading up to a contentious August primary, the president now doubling down on claims of voter fraud.
You're sending out hundreds of millions of universal mail-in ballots. Hundreds of millions. Where are they going? Who are they being sent to?
Week after week and tweet after tweet, the president has claimed mail-in voting because of COVID-19 will lead to corruption. In one tweet, he takes aim at the media, calling mail-in voting dangerous. Rigged election, he hashtags another. 2020 will be the most inaccurate and fraudulent election in history, he said in a Thursday tweet before suggesting America delay its presidential voting.
We have some safety measures for absentee ballots, but we are not set up to be a mail-in voting state. That's a very different thing.
Laura Cox, chair of the Michigan GOP, shares the president's concerns on mailing in votes. In a Zoom call last week, Cox told me the party has gotten hundreds of calls from voters who were mailed applications meant for former residents or for kids who have long moved out.
And we have hundreds of examples of that. That gives us concerns.
5 states, Washington, Oregon, Colorado, Utah, and Hawaii, already conduct their elections through mail-in voting. According to the Heritage Foundation, a conservative think tank based in D.C., those 5 states combined have only seen 34 instances of voter fraud since 2005. Still, Cox says there are concerns, even in our own backyard.
We have very large concerns, and there's been articles written where Detroit has more registered voters than adults living in the city.
Cox referencing a 2019 lawsuit against Detroit election officials that claimed the city's voting rolls were full of deceased residents. Those people were only listed and couldn't actually vote, of course. That lawsuit was dropped last month by the group that filed it after they say the rolls were corrected.
We want to make sure that we have secure, safe elections, and that's something that we're going to continue to talk about and fight against.
In a statement to Fox 17, the Kent County Clerk's office today said, quote, delaying the election is not necessary. If election officials follow the law, Michigan will have a safe, secure, and fair election. In Kent County, that's absolutely the case, and voters can be assured that their vote will be counted, whether cast by absentee ballot or in person on Election Day, unquote. And just this week, Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson talked to the media and said this is the first time in 10 years the state has sent mail to the entire voter file, those rolls, and the data that they're receiving is actually helping clean the voter rolls, making it even harder to commit election fraud.